Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? How's your week been? I can't believe we're at Friday already. Hey, look, I'm getting ready for the kids' dinner. I'm not eating this tonight. I'm going to have leftover Kievs from last night that hubby and I had. Hubby's actually going out to an event, so excited to get this dinner done for them. They're tired and ready to go. But I want to show you today how quick and easy it can be and how you don't have to keep exactly to the recipe, that you can actually make this your own. So come along today. I'm going to show you how to do this classic creamy tomato and salami fettuccine, but with a whole lot of twists. So let's get started. Straight away you'll see it does Parmesan cheese. I'm going to skip that. My kids never have Parmesan cheese on it, so we're just going to skip it. There we go. So then we transfer it to the side and then clean the bowl. You're cleaning the bowl so that that dairy does not burn to your bowl. If it does though, that's okay. 1 tablespoon citric acid, 1 cup of water, and either use your Varoma, or those of you with a TM6, your kettle feature, and it will lift that off. Alright, so now we get cracking on our recipe. So half a brown onion, I just put a whole one cut into half. You can see there it's cut into half. In it goes. 1 clove of garlic, still on cheat week at the moment using my garlic paste. Should say cheat month at the moment, that's what it feels like. Hello Carissa, lovely to have you on. Do say hi if you're watching, and if you know what you're having for dinner, do share. Okay, it says parsley. I never bother going to the garden, especially in winter, to grab the parsley because it is just too cold. So next up, it says put the lid on and chop. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put in my next ingredients. This is how we can make this super quick. So I've got a zucchini. I'm going to put in half a zucchini, and I'm even eating the little end bit. It's edible. Please don't throw it out. So I'm going to put in half a zucchini. It does normally chop this later, but I want to chop it all at the beginning and blitz it all down. So half a zucchini. I'm going to throw in half a capsicum. By the way, this is part of the recipe. The capsicum and the zucchini is part of the recipe, but then I'm also going to add something else. Normally I would add like a handful of spinach, whatever I've got on hand, right? So, but today I'm going to show you a bit different. This is my very dead looking capsicum. The other thing I want to add is actually some leftover coleslaw. So we had coleslaw on Monday it must have been. Remember we had the sushi bowls, and so coleslaw was part of the sushi bowls. So I'm going to actually use that in today's dinner as well. So that can go in. I could add it after this step, but I'm just going to put it all in one go before I forget, and that's going to be part of it. So that's cabbage and capsicum and a little bit of purple onion. I think that's about it. There might have been, I don't even know that there's an apple in that one. It's really yummy. So now we're going to chop. So on with the lid, which I've left outside. Hey Micah, can you grab the lid for me and the measuring cup, please? We're going to chop that for 3 seconds, speed 7. All right, we're going to chop that down. Then we're going to add some oil, and we're going to actually cook that off. This is such a simple recipe. If you've not tried it, please give it a go. You will love it. We use gluten-free pasta in this, which makes it gluten-free for us. And it's not necessarily fettuccine. Typically it's spirals or panini, whatever you've got. So please don't feel like you have to, exactly the same pasta I used. Use what you've got. Check this out. How cool is that? Oh, there was one chunk of something. What was that? Is that a chunk? There's a leaf off an onion there. Let's put a leaf, a flake, a skin. I don't know. Let's go a little bit longer. That's okay. Hit the back arrow. We'll just give it another chop. That'll capture that last bit of onion. In our household, good veggies are hidden veggies, so it is a good idea to sometimes hit the back arrow and do that, especially when I have put so much in. Look at that. Now you've got pulped veggies. How cool is that? So next up, it would normally say scrape down the sides, add your capsicum, add zucchini, put the lid on. It would chop that. I've skipped that through because I've already put that in, and now our oil. So in with some oil, 30 to 50 grams, or just be Jamie Oliver if you're in a hurry. I typically use this recipe when I'm in a hurry. So it is my go-to if I don't have arborio rice to do a risotto when the kids are dying of hunger. This is my next bet, okay? Because you just need pasta, and any sort of pasta. On with the lid, and it's going to cook for 3 minutes. Now, if you are going to put something into this, like a ham or a bacon or leftover roast or something like that, you can. This is your time to prep that. Now, the next couple of steps, you'll see that they call for some ingredients that I'm going to swap around. So one of which is fresh tomatoes. It says 400 grams of fresh tomatoes. To me, that sounds like a tin of diced tomatoes, right? So, tin of diced tomatoes. that's going in. But you could use fresh tomatoes. So if you happen to be growing tomatoes, or maybe you get a box of them at the local fruit shop really discounted, use them. There's no reason why that can't happen. You'll also see it asks for water soon. Now the water is actually because we're making a one pot pasta. I'm using leftover whey from making feta ages ago, maybe a month ago. Found in the back of the fridge, thought I really should use that. So I'm going to use that. And then it asks for, and yes, that water, which I'm using the whey, actually boosts the liquid content so that your pasta can suck the water into it. All right, so it's not going to end up a really sloppy, runny mess because you've got 400 grams of tomatoes, I think it's 300 grams of water, and then it's got more creamy stuff on top. You think, oh, that's a lot of liquid. It's actually not going to be that much because the dry pasta sucks that all in. So yes, that's how that's going to go. And then I'm swapping out the cream for the leftover coconut cream from last night's dish. So they're the last couple of things you want to be grabbing out while you've got your cook-off stage. For those of you who happen to have forgotten where that lives, if you're on a TM5, you'll find it on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You'll find full view. And if you're on a TM6, we've got it with our 3 dots on the top right-hand corner next to the next button. So go to your recipe details, scroll down, and you can see what comes next. Now, the magic ingredient I am missing tonight is actually veggie stock. You guys saw me use the end of my jar last night, and I haven't made it today. I haven't had a chance. So I will be using salt tonight for that flavour enhancer. I figure there's enough hidden veggies that the rest will kind of be okay. But it does take it next level. Okay, I just didn't have a chance today. It's Friday, so didn't get to do that. But I can tell you now, you will taste the difference between forgetting or leaving out the veggie stock and then putting it in. Next level, although thankfully the kids won't complain because it's pasta and they think pasta's amazing, so it won't matter. Hello Mum, how are you? Hey Chris, lovely to see you on today. Hope Toowoomba's a little warmer today than it was yesterday. Brisbane doesn't seem much warmer. Alright, 30 seconds to go. You can see it's only up to 70 degrees in there, so it's actually not cooked off really hot. Probably because I have that whole lot of coleslaw in there. In all honesty, I'm actually not that worried. Sometimes I've even gone through in this recipe and used purple onion. So if you want it to be even faster, instead of using brown onion, use purple onion, because then you don't need to cook it off to sweeten it. So that's just another little tip to speed up this process if you want to do that as well. So purple onion, no need to cook, it's sweet on its own. Brown onion, you have to cook off, otherwise it just tastes, I don't know, really strong. I don't know how to explain the taste of onion on its own. Okay, so you'll see it's only got to 75 degrees, doesn't matter. Okay, 400 grams of Roma tomatoes. So that's a can. Boys, no balls in the house, please. I'm on my own tonight. Hubby's gone out to a work event, so they're taking advantage of the fact that I can't get cranky at them. All right, there we go. Some tomato. Just a little tip with your 300 grams of water. I'm using that whey, remember, but fill your tin back up with it so that you're washing out that leftover tomato out of your tin. Okay, so just fill that up. Not all the way, because it won't be a full tin, it'll be 3/4. It'll be pretty close. A little bit short. Now this is not a recipe. Oh, I'm not spot on. This is not a recipe you can double. You won't fit double the amount of pasta in, although for those of you who batch cook, I know there's a lot of you guys who batch cook on a weekend and then you split the batches up on the weekend for through the week and the weeks ahead. This is one where you can actually stop before adding the water. So still add the tomatoes, still add the cream, don't put the water in, and then you can freeze it flat packed. So that when you then want to use it later, it's a matter of putting your frozen flat pack that you've defrosted in your Thermomix, empty out the contents, put your 300 grams of water, bring it to the boil, and then add your pasta. And if you want to add a protein, you can as well. Does that make sense? So you can do that if you'd like. We did it last lot of holidays we were away for the extended amount of time, where we actually pre-made the actual sauce minus the water, and then just reheated, added the water, cooked the pasta, and I don't think we bothered with the protein. And we won't be bothering with that tonight either. Okay, whipping cream. For us, that's coconut cream. I don't have enough, and it won't matter. Okay, don't stress over those things. My family will just eat it anyway. Thank goodness. But yogurt, cream, coconut cream, those sorts of, even ricotta would be alright as well. Here's our veggie stock, which I don't have, so I'm going to put in some salt, maybe. Oh yeah, salt container. Just put in a heaped teaspoon. Actually, maybe 2. That's a small spoon. That's probably a teaspoon in there. It's probably not going to be enough. The kids are probably going to complain, and I'll probably have to put some salt on their plate, and that's okay. It's because, yeah, I don't want to also go too much with that salt. All right, so insert the measuring cup in the mixing bowl lid. Now what it's going to do is, it's a very important step, it's going to bring your water to the boil. Now it may not require the full 10 minutes to bring it to the boil, so you can shorten this step if you want. The other way you can shorten it is actually by using your kettle outside. Boil your kettle, bring your boiling water in, and use that 300 grams of boiling water. That will straight away cut your times down as well. Obviously I'm using whey out of the fridge. It's going to be cold, so it's going to take close to the 10 minutes. At the end of this 10 minutes, or whenever it gets to 100 degrees, it is then time to add your dry pasta. Then you're going to cook it for as long as the pasta says. Oh, hang on, rewind. Before you cook it, if you want to add your protein, whatever that might be, it could be chunks of chicken, raw chicken, cooked chicken, bacon, ham, whatever, leftover roast pork, beef, anything can go in, okay? I'm not. Mine's going to be vegetarian tonight. It's pasta and veggies. That's it, okay? But you can certainly put whatever you want. And I mean, obviously the original recipe was also salami, right? So you can have your slice up salami. So normally you would put your 250 grams of pasta in, you put your meat on top, and it's then going to cook for the length of time that your pasta requires. Now what I did want to make mention is, some of you guys lately asked about fresh pasta, and I haven't done a fresh pasta demo in a long time for you guys, but you can also use fresh pasta in this recipe, and it will work amazingly as well. The thing to know with fresh pasta is you only need 3 minutes to cook, not 12 minutes. If you cooked it for 12 minutes, it would just go to smithereens. There'd be nothing left of it. So just with your fresh pasta, 3 minutes as opposed to the 12 minutes. So again, another way to make it really, really quick. So if you've got time to make your own pasta, it's amazing. So I'm going to leave you with that this afternoon. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Please feed your friends and family the food from your Thermomix. And when they're curious, let's do a demo. We can either do it in person or online, and cook from your kitchen and my kitchen at the same time. It's so much fun. But show them how easy life can be with a Thermomix in the kitchen, so that when they don't feel like cooking, they can just put it in and let the robot do it for them. That's what it's all about, right? So take care. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I am trying to get a little bit organised this weekend. I'm going to try and share with you guys the plan for the week. Try and put some scheduled events in so that you guys know when I'm turning up, and hopefully I can turn up on time. Seems like I'm getting a bit more regular with the times again, which is so good. So hopefully then that makes it easier for you guys as well. But otherwise, guys, take care, and I will see you on Monday. See you then, guys. Bye for now.